When we think of military aircraft, we often imagine cutting-edge technology, breathtaking speed, and jaw-dropping agility. But piloting these sophisticated machines presents a whole different challenge. Even the most seasoned pilots can find it tough to handle the unique quirks of certain military planes. These aircraft require more than just flying skills. They demand exceptional precision, mental agility, and the ability to adapt to unpredictable situations. Number 5. Lockheed U-2 Dragon Lady. The Lockheed U-2, often called the Dragon Lady, is one of the most famous reconnaissance aircraft in aviation history. It was first developed in the early 1950s during the Cold War, when the U.S. needed a plane capable of flying at extremely high altitudes to conduct surveillance over the Soviet Union without being detected by radar. The U-2 was designed to fly at altitudes above 70,000 feet, far higher than most military aircraft at the time, making it almost invisible to enemy radar and surface-to-air missiles. However, its ability to fly at such high altitudes comes with significant challenges. The U-2's lightweight design, necessary for operating in the thin air of the upper atmosphere, makes it incredibly sensitive to even the smallest control inputs. Pilots describe flying the U-2 as akin to balancing on the head of a pin. Any slight movement can cause the aircraft to veer off course. The aircraft handles more like a glider than a traditional military jet, requiring delicate, precise inputs to keep it stable. Landing the U-2 is perhaps the most challenging aspect of flying the aircraft. Its long, narrow wings give it excellent lift, but also make it highly susceptible to turbulence during descent. The aircraft's high cockpit position means the pilot has a limited view of the runway, making it difficult to judge the aircraft's height and alignment when landing. To address these difficulties, another pilot in a high-speed chase car follows the U-2 down the runway, providing real-time feedback and guidance to the pilot over the radio. Additionally, the U-2 has no flaps, meaning it cannot slow down as easily as other aircraft. This results in a fast, shallow approach during landing, making it even more difficult to control. Without the assistance of the chase car, landing the U-2 would be incredibly dangerous, even for the most experienced pilots. Number 4. Vought F-40U Corsair. The Vought F-40U Corsair earned its reputation as one of the most iconic fighter aircraft of World War II. Known for its unique gull-wing design, the Corsair was built to accommodate its masted propeller, which required a higher landing gear placement. This design also helped reduce drag, allowing the aircraft to achieve high speeds and maneuverability. However, despite its formidable performance, the Corsair presented significant challenges to its pilots. One of the most dangerous aspects of flying the Corsair was landing it on an aircraft carrier. The Corsair's high stall speed, around 90 miles per hour, meant that pilots had to land with extreme accuracy, as too slow of an approach could result in stalling and crashing into the deck. The Corsair's cockpit placement was another issue. Located far back on the fuselage, the pilot had a limited view during takeoff and landing. This limited visibility made it difficult for pilots to line up their approach properly, often leading to dangerous landings. Additionally, the Corsair's high-speed performance, while advantageous in combat, required precise handling. The aircraft was incredibly agile in dogfights, but that agility came at the cost of stability during slower maneuvers, such as takeoff and landing. Only highly skilled pilots could master the Corsair's quirks, making it both a powerful weapon and a dangerous machine to operate. Number 3. North American F-86 Sabre. The North American F-86 Sabre was a groundbreaking jet fighter introduced during the Korean War. It was one of the first aircraft to feature swept-back wings, a design that allowed it to fly faster than previous straight-winged aircraft. The Sabre played a pivotal role in establishing air superiority during the Korean War, particularly against the Soviet-made MiG-15. However, flying a jet like the F-86 presented a host of new challenges for pilots accustomed to flying propeller-driven planes. The F-86's swept-wing design allowed it to fly at much higher speeds than previous fighters, but it also introduced a set of complex aerodynamic issues. At these higher speeds, the forces acting on the aircraft, particularly during tight turns and combat maneuvers, were significantly greater than what pilots had previously experienced. These G-forces could easily cause a pilot to lose consciousness if not handled correctly, requiring extensive training and physical conditioning to withstand the strains of high-speed dogfighting. In addition to its performance at high speeds, the F-86 also had some issues during takeoff. The aircraft had a tendency to over-rotate during liftoff, meaning the nose would rise too high, leading to a potential stall at low altitudes. Number 2. Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk. The Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk, often called the stealth fighter, was the world's first operational aircraft designed to be nearly invisible to radar. First introduced in the 1980s, the F-117 was a technological marvel, capable of conducting precision strikes while remaining undetected by enemy defenses. Its first major use was during the Gulf War, where it played a key role in disabling irregular radar systems and military infrastructure. Despite its cutting-edge technology, the F-117 was notoriously difficult to fly. The aircraft's angular, faceted design, which was key to its stealth capabilities, made it far less aerodynamic than other jets. Pilots often referred to it as the Wobblin' Goblin due to its instability in flight. The Nighthawk had a tendency to wobble or pitch unexpectedly, particularly at lower speeds, making it difficult to control without constant adjustments. Although the F-117 was equipped with a fly-by-wire system, a computerized control system that assists the pilot by stabilizing the aircraft, the plane's unique design still required a great deal of input from the pilot. The lack of stability meant that pilots had to be continuously alert and ready to make adjustments, particularly during fast maneuvers or when flying at low altitudes. The Nighthawk's stealth features, while groundbreaking, also came with trade-offs in terms of handling and performance. Unlike other fighter jets designed for speed and agility, the F-117's primary mission was to avoid detection, not outmaneuver enemy aircraft. As a result, it required a different type of piloting skill, one focused more on precision and control than high-speed combat. Number 1. Lockheed C-5 Galaxy. At the top of our list is the Lockheed C-5 Galaxy, one of the largest military transport aircraft ever built. Designed to carry heavy cargo over long distances, the C-5 plays a vital role in U.S. military logistics, transporting everything from tanks and helicopters to troops and equipment. However, its massive size makes it one of the most difficult aircraft to operate. With a wingspan of nearly 68 meters, 222 feet, and a maximum takeoff weight of over 840,000 pounds, the C-5 is a true giant of the skies. Its immense size presents unique challenges for pilots, particularly during takeoff and landing. The aircraft's wings and engines experience intense stress during flight, and maintaining control requires constant vigilance and expert handling. Takeoff and landing are particularly challenging for the C-5 due to its size and weight. Pilots must carefully manage the aircraft's speed and angle to ensure a smooth departure from the runway. Even a small mistake during takeoff could result in catastrophic consequences, as the sheer mass of the aircraft makes it difficult to recover from errors at low altitudes. Maintaining the C-5 is also a logistical challenge. The aircraft's size and complexity require frequent repairs and maintenance, leading to its nickname FRED, which stands for Freaking Ridiculous Economic Disaster. Keeping the C-5 operational is a costly and time-consuming process, but its ability to transport massive amounts of cargo makes it an essential part of the U.S. military's logistics fleet. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into some of the most challenging aircraft to fly. If you enjoyed this breakdown of military aviation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more thrilling content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Fly high, and we'll see you in the next one.